Hello everybody and welcome back. Season 2 is well and truly over now. We have talked and talked and talked about it, but who says we can't talk about it anymore? If you are familiar with this channel, you'll know by now that I have a podcast called Nostalgia Bait. We talk about Doctor Who, we talk about Star Wars, we talk about DC, Marvel, everything and anything we want to talk about, Doctor Who being one of the main things, of course, if you know me. And I thought, well, if I've already talked about every single episode in Season 2 on live streams in this channel, and I've already talked about Season 2 and ranking it in its entirety over on the podcast, I thought I'd bring it back over here to the main channel for you all to enjoy in a little edited, cut down version of our full podcast episode. So this is mine and my good friend Cooper Britton. It's our ranking for Doctor Who Season 2 from worst to best, and honestly, we have very differing opinions. So please do let this be a lesson to whether you enjoy or hate any episode of Doctor Who, you're able to talk about it civilly with maybe a few jokes. Who knows? If you want to see the full podcast episode, it is linked below in the description and in the comments, so please do go and check that out if you enjoy this cut down version. But in the meantime, yeah, enjoy our ranking of Season 2 of Doctor Who. There are 8 episodes to rank. How we do rankings on this podcast is we kind of go through each one, and when we've both said the same one, we'll talk about it. But we're just going to go through our list, and I feel like it might be a little while before we get to somewhere mutual, but we'll see. So starting in 8th place, what is your 8th place episode? What's the worst episode of the season in your opinion, Cooper?
Interstellar Song Contest.
Valid. Mine's The Reality War.
Shocker.
In 7th place, Cooper?
I put Lucky Day.
Okay. Mine was the Interstellar Song Contest. We can talk about that.
TLDR, too political, didn't really enjoy it. I think Belinda's character was fucking all over the place, and I truly think this is the downfall of Belinda's character. Love her, she was great, episodes 1 to 5.
Juno Dawson didn't have any information about Belinda as a character when she was writing this.
Well, that's fucking great, isn't it?
And you can tell.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
She knew that
that's
she was,
fantastic,
she knew that she
George.
was
You know what?
She knew that she was a nurse and that she wanted to get home, but she didn't know whether Belinda was male or female. Didn't even have a name.
Companion 1.
Yeah, because that's
Mental.
what she is in this episode.
Crazy.
It's Interstellar Song Contest. If you want to see our full opinions on that, we went on Who's There, and we talked about that with Troy and Crispy, and we really ripped it apart. The politics of that episode are messy.
Messy.
The Doctor violently torturing genocide survivor is crazy, with zero comeuppance is crazy.
Had great potential. I think it was a great idea for an episode. I just think it's very clear why. It's very clear why now that why it was handled.
The bi-generation scene was ass and a sign of things to come, clearly. And the Susan stuff is now completely redundant and doesn't make any sense whatsoever as to why she was appearing there.
Woo!
6th place.
Robot Revolution.
Okay. Yeah, I said Wish World.
Fair enough. Wish World's my number 5.
So number 5 is Wish World. My 5 at my 5th place is Lucky Day. So we can talk about both those. So Wish World, I think was good, but
I think Wish World would have been lower on mine if I hadn't have seen it yesterday again leading into the finale. Because I put it on Twitter, I was very hesitant with it, and I think it is messy, and I think it again like it led up to what was to come. But as an episode in general, I think it's very WandaVision coded, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
And I think it's just a nice episode. I think it's quite a cool. I think it's filmed and shot very, very, very well.
I think
the direction of it is incredible.
I think they did a good job. I wish they'd gone harder into the WandaVision thing because they clearly took inspiration from that. I'm very much. I wear it on my sleeve that I think the first 5 episodes of this series are the best of the series, and the final 3 episodes are the weakest, and that's like just my fundamental split. So I think that's quite clear. But Wishworld's part of that. I think it's let down by a poor finale, and I think knowing especially that none of that stuff actually goes anywhere, it makes the pacing and the sort of sloppiness of Wishworld, which is actually minor compared to the Reality War.
Mate, we should have known the fact that Omega does not appear at the end of that. At the end of that episode, we should have known it was going to be a bad finale.
Just terrible, just really terrible.
So many red flags. Yeah.
Oh, God, I'm so disappointed. The more I think about it, the more I'm disappointed, man. Yeah, Wishworld's there. It had some good concepts in it, but it doesn't really stand up to the initial 5 episodes of the series for me.
Yeah. Lucky Day for me, great episode. I thought, to be honest, I think it might be the strongest Doctor Light episode potentially. Which I know is a hot take because I don't really like 73 Yards and I didn't really like Dot and Bubble.
What, of this era you mean?
Of this era, that's what I meant, sorry.
Yeah,
it's not a...
one turn left,
yes. I think it's the strongest of the three of this era. However, I'm not a big fan of the big political piece at the end with Conrad and with Unit.
I think it's mixed, isn't it?
I don't really like Conrad's character anyway.
No.
I think the twist was good, but this whole social media thing, again, I think it's a bit too on the nose for the modern day. I think we're a bit too close to home because I think it's a big
The thing is, it's clever, isn't it? Because I think with that episode, it made me feel... It's the only episode that's really made me feel properly, like, uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And that's because, again, it probably does hit too close to home. We're in a very dangerous age with social media and misinformation.
Yeah.
And that is rife at the minute. And I think this episode tackles that in a really good way.
Yeah.
But
I have to say...
it makes you feel like shit. And I also think... I think it glorifies Unit too much. I think it glorifies Unit as this unproblematic, like... perfect organization when actually it's not at all. I mean, it's employing children. It is a government funded thing. If anything, Conrad should be praised as doing a positive thing, but they make him so cartoonishly evil and problematic that he can't, that you can't have any criticism of Unit in that episode. I do, however, love the scene with the Doctor and Conrad in the TARDIS. I do love the scene with Kate
that is fantastic.
Stewart. I think it was brilliant in that episode.
I have to say, the gap between Intercell Song Contest at my 8th and Lucky Day is massive. Yeah. Like, the Lucky Day onwards, I do actually like all of these episodes.
That's fair.
It just is where it is, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lucky Day, I'd enjoy. I enjoyed it. I came out saying, what was this? 3? Episode 4?
4.
Episode 4? 4. And again, I enjoyed it. I was like, well, yeah, 4 for 4. Like, it's good, but it's just a little bit. I don't know. I just don't enjoy I think I don't enjoy the Dr. Light stuff as much, and I don't enjoy I also think with all the stuff with Ruby as well, it feels a little bit strange. But yeah, again, it was a good episode. But again, yeah, it's just a weird one. It's like a weird limbo episode for me, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, yeah. I'm with you on that. I like it. I think it does Ruby's character a lot of good. I love Kate Stewart in it. I'm not keen on I wish Unit was sort of more in a sort of morally grey area in this episode. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Number 4.
The Well.
Okay. Robot Revolution for me. I love the Robot Revolution, but I just can't put it any higher.
I really enjoyed
it. I prefer all the other episodes on this list.
Yeah, literally. Like,
it's
again,
I
I
think it's a really strong season opener. It does a really good job with Belinda's character. It does a really good job with the Doctor in reintroducing.
I think it's a fantastic concept. I think it's a fantastic concept for an idea.
It's a great concept. I think the sets look brilliant. The designs are great. I think that episode worked for me. I really enjoyed it. It's a bog standard by the numbers Doctor Who episode. It's nothing out of the ordinary, but it makes me watch it and go, yeah, this is Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Comfort.
That's literally comfort. Yeah, and I think again, it's a great introduction for Belinda as well. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure. 3.
Yes.
Third place is for you. What was yours?
I put Lux.
I put Lux as well.
Yeah. I think Lux and Well for me are very close. I really enjoy both. Well, I very much enjoyed watching Midnight Before It.
I just realised you've put fucking Wishworld and Reality War at the top, haven't you?
No, Wishworld's not there. Wishworld's further down. I mean, it's fucking obvious what number 1 is.
We thought it was Wishworld, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. But I will explain my number 2. We'll explain why that's number 2.
Okay. Well,
because
Lux first.
Yeah. Lux first.
A fun episode, creatively interesting.
Amazing.
Not the most original. I feel,
not the most original.
I feel like I preferred like Devil's Core so slightly in my book, but yeah, it was okay.
Yeah. It was. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the Pantheon stuff. I enjoyed the God stuff, and when I watched this, it was nice to have in there. I think the sets looked amazing. I thought the sets were fucking fantastic. I thought the
really
CG
and
animation were
very clever,
unbelievable. I thought the fourth wall break when they go and see the fans was fantastic.
Yeah,
I will say though, and I said this to you at the time, I think the Doctor Who fans' favorite episode should have been Midnight, with the Well being coming up.
One of them should have said Midnight.
One of them should have said Midnight. Because I think it would have been an amazing nod to the Well, and for
it was fundamentally
for people who hadn't been leaked and seen the spoilers.
Inaccurate that it would have been inaccurate anyway for all 3 Doctor Who fans to agree on a favourite episode and they all be blank.
Exactly.
One of them saying an obscure one from the 70s. One of them saying maybe Heaven Sent.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, solid. I think Mr. Ring-a-Ding's
Yeah.
brilliant as well.
Yeah, I think he's fantastic. And he's fucking gone at the stratosphere with memes and stuff.
Oh yeah,
same
that's
as Doug
crazy.
do as well.
Yeah, and fucking Doug do, man. Undeserving. Second place for you?
Right. I've put Reality Wars number 2, but again, we have sat here for the last hour and shit on it and slated it. I am putting Reality War at number 2 purely because I don't want Shooty's... I don't want the heart and soul and dedication that Shooty put into this episode to slip through the gaps and be, not forgotten, but be undermined. It's up here because I truly believe he carries all the cast of Fantastic
You're
Mr.
looking
Basilio.
at it from
But
a character and a performance perspective, aren't you?
I want Shooty to get his flowers for this episode because, like I said, I genuinely think it is one of the best Doctor performances we've ever had.
Really?
And genuinely, I do. From him, I do
good,
genuinely.
But I think he's given better performances elsewhere.
Do you think?
Yeah.
No, it just hit home for me.
Maybe
This
that's
episode.
the point where it clicked for you,
Like,
but I think for me, I've enjoyed so many of his performances and moments throughout this era. The Reality War just felt disappointing to me, hence why it's right.
Yeah.
And I've explained why. But I understand from that perspective why it's high up on your list. I can't agree with you, but that's okay.
That's fine. But
my number 2 is The Well.
that's fair. Yeah.
I think,
I said,
I think The Well was.
I watched Midnight just before I watched The Well, which I was buzzing about because I hadn't seen it. I've not seen The Midnight since it released.
Yeah.
That's my first time watching it in God knows how many years? 8, 17 years maybe, something like that.
It's
like,
very good, and
it's very good.
The Well is a really great sequel to it, but it's not even about it being a Midnight sequel. It's about it standing on its own 2 feet as an episode. It feels like a proper sci-fi horror film. It feels like Alien, and I love that. Like it has that sort of feel to it. It feels like Aliens, actually, the Alien sequel. And it does it really well. It sort of takes the vague concept of Midnight and applies it to a new story and a new character and a new vibe. And yeah, I really liked it. I had genuinely no problems with it. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I get a real kick out of it being a Midnight sequel. That's just like an added bonus to it already being a pretty good episode.
I have to say, the amount of unanswered questions we've had this season is fucking horrific. Thinking about The Well as well, with the whole 2, however many Midnight entities there are.
That's just leaving it. That's a classic horror film ending, isn't it? That's never going to get answered. But maybe we'll get another one at some point. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they'll do another. I think they'll do another one at some point. I hope they leave it a little bit longer, like they did with Midnight.
Yeah.
But I think it would be interesting. And again, as long as it's done well, I'd be open to more legacy sequels from previous episodes.
Yeah, 100%.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm always down for it. I think it adds. It's an interesting concept, and it's like a clever way of doing it. Like, obviously, Gridlock wasn't a sequel to the Macra Terror. It just brought the creatures back and just did them completely differently, but it worked in the context of that. And I think The Well does a similar sort of thing for me. I like the idea.
I don't know.
It's like I don't think Empire of Death is a sequel to Pyramids of Mars, but I like that.
Yeah,
it's connected and like one-off villains kind of. I'd love to see the Bastard of the Rada again. Bring them back.
I think we said this when we did the preview for this season, as we said, like, you can argue that every Dalek episode is a sequel. You could argue every Sideman episode, every Sontaran episode is a sequel, but like these feels like actual sequels, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I think it's a good episode. I don't know how much to say about it. Like, I love it. I've talked about it endlessly before, but yeah.
I think one of the most genius pieces of writing is when you get behind the person's back, so at midnight on
that
the person's
great.
angle.
Yeah, you die at midnight.
Genius.
Yeah, very good. We've both got the same first place, which is really nice.
I'm glad we agree on one thing.
So glad, yeah. And we can agree fundamentally that the story in the engine is
it's
the
so
best
good.
episode of the series. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I think it's probably one of it would make a good claim for a top 5 episode for me of all time. Like, it's fantastic. I loved it.
I'm so glad he got to do an episode like this, especially now that he's gone. I'm glad he got to do this episode.
Looking back, it's like looking back now that we've got the end of the season, everything that's gone on, and the shit show of the finale, like you look back and you go, thank fuck he managed to get before he regenerated into a blonde white woman.
So many
Can't wait for Billy Piper's historical episode.
I honestly think they probably struggle to get actors to play the Doctor now.
Yeah. Would you rather play the Doctor or the Master?
Me?
Yeah.
That's a really good question, actually. Oh, God.
I think you give Doctor energy all day long.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
This is not me to pressure you that you're going to play the Doctor.
Well, I'd rather give Doctor energy than Master energy. I'd be questioning
that's
that
true.
one. But I
would rather
if they
asked, I'd rather play the Master. In my opinion, I'd rather play the Master.
rather be a villain.
I think it'd be so much. Like, it would just be so fun to play a villain.
I feel like I could be a doctor, but I
Yeah.
would just. You'd be devastated if the writing was shit, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. This is where it's sort of like
Would you rather play a doctor with good writing or a master with good writing?
a doctor with good writing.
Yeah. See, I'd love to play the master.
Yeah.
I love that mysterious. I love the reveals. I love I'd love to be there for to be part of a master reveal. Oh, it'd be so good.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I don't know. What a series, man. It started off with so much hope.
Such a roller coaster.
It's such a roller coaster. Like, I feel like with the beginning of season 2, I was so excited and so like, Doctor Who is back.
We went like that and then just bang.
Yeah, I was worried from the Interstellar Song Contest, and it turns out I was right to be worried because I could have prepared for anything, and I was not prepared for what the reality war ended up being, unfortunately. Also, can we stop doing finales at the fucking unit headquarters? It's boring as fuck. It's boring as fuck.
What, you know, like 3 finales in a row at the unit headquarters? What are you talking about?
Yeah, let's have more.
2 of them including the same laser.
That's one thing I love about the trailer for The War Between the Land and the Sea, is that whenever you see like Unity sort of stuff, they're back in like some random abandoned bunker with like a building and just like a bunch of like computers just set up. Like, that's what Unity should be for me, a bit crappy and like, a bit all over the place and messy. I don't know.
Oh well. We'll be back in 5 years' time when Doctor Who returns with
I don't
Billy
think
Piper.
I don't think it's coming back for a while. I genuinely think it's probably going to go on
it's gonna
pause for a
get-
little bit.
yeah.
I think there might be a Christmas
I do as
special.
well.
I think there'll be specials for a bit. We might get a couple yearly Christmas specials because the BBC will probably. No, I think the BBC will fund Christmas specials. I think they'll hold back on doing a full series just yet. I don't think.
If we're going to get multiple Christmas specials,
I don't
then
think
we're
Disney are
100%
gonna
getting
pick it up
Billy as
again.
the Doctor. Nah, I don't
and I
think so
think
either.
fair play.
Yeah. I don't blame you, to be quite frank.
It's such a disappointing end, and I think Ncuti's era, like, I have so much love for Ncuti Gatwa as an actor, and I think he deserves so much more than to be shunted off like that.
He's been fucked over. He's been
And it's not even about like
over.
I just feel like it doesn't matter what you say. Like, yeah, Eccleston had one series, but his one series probably left us with more than what we got with Ncuti, and that's down to the writing.
Eccleston's one series was 13 episodes. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, because my girlfriend, I was telling my girlfriend this last night, and she was saying, like, well, yeah, but Ncuti had 2 seasons. I was like, yeah, but Eccleston had 1, and we are only a couple episodes short of the of like the time period. Like, it's nothing realistically. You need, like, it's just nothing at all.
It's tricky, isn't it? It really is. And I don't know.
It's such a shame. It's such a shame with how this series started. And it's like I said, it's not put me off. Like, I want to go back and rewatch the stuff, and I hope on rewatch whenever I get to this, and it will be a while till I get to this, that I will enjoy it as much as I did, and I will generally say hand on heart that Ncuti probably is my second favorite Doctor. It'd probably be Matt Smith, Ncuti, and then
Really? Okay.
maybe, mate, genuinely, like, I can't explain, like, the love and the emotion. Like, bro, I mean, like, sitting listening to his Doctor's theme to 15, and it's just like, it's like, and then the finale, it's like the emotional scenes that he had with the music. I was like, fuck, like, it's so good. Like,
I was a bit
love it
annoyed
so
with
much.
the music in this episode. I can't lie to you. I like some of
Bro, Wishfield's music was banging, and it disappeared in Reality War.
Why the fuck? And this is me being a music nerd, right? They kept playing
Yeah.
this piece of music, which was like this soft sort of piano theme, which played over Poppy's stuff, where it's like dun, 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 right? That's from series 10. That plays when the Doctor's on the
it?
floor of the fucking ship dying. Peter Capaldi. That's just it like note for note. It's just the same recording from series 10 that they've reused. They do it so much. They did it in fucking The Legend of Ruby Sunday. They played the Master's theme from the Master reveal in World Enough in Time before Sutek's reveal.
Really?
For what? It doesn't make any sense. But like, I just don't know what's going on. But there is a note. I can't remember what the source is, but someone did mention this, that Murray Gold apparently said that he'd leave when Ncuti goes.
Oh my.
So I don't know, are we in for a new composer? Because The War Between the Land and the Sea hasn't got Murray Gold. I don't know if you saw this.
No.
So The War Between the Land and the Sea. Who is it? What's his name? I can't remember his name. I should have had this ready. Lorne Balfe, who's done a lot of Mission Impossible soundtracks.
Oh, really?
He's like a relatively decent like film composer.
Yeah. I think for the vibe that they're going for War of the Land and the Sea, I don't think you could have Murray Gold do it.
Yeah, so he's doing the soundtrack for that. Also, like, that spin-off looks great. Like, I think that's...
Do we know when it's supposed to be?
It's, in the current timeline, it's like now.
Like, after Ncuti leaves?
Yep. After the events of the reality war, yeah. And
Yeah,
the
so that's when
Doctor
it's
is not in it. And it is sort of like a completely separate thing. And you can tell. And you know what? I'm worried because it's Pete McTeague who wrote Lucky Day, who wrote Kablam. The politics might be a little bit confused, but
Kablam.
I have faith that it'll be good. I think it visually looks very impressive. It looks very serious,
stunning,
and competently put together. Yeah, I'm very excited about what that looks like. It looks like the Jodie era. Do you know what I mean? It looks like it looks cinematic.
Yeah, it looks more cinematic than what we've had recently.
Yeah,
which I'm excited for, and I think it has to be. I think for what they're going to go for from the vibe that I got from the trailer of what it's going to be, and from some stuff I've seen, I think it has to be of a more serious aesthetic as well.
Yeah. I'm excited for that. I have high hopes for the war between the land and the sea. I've said before in the past that I'm excited for that spin-off. I think it has high hopes. It has potential. People are complaining about the Sea Devil redesign. If that even is a Sea Devil redesign, I don't know. I frankly don't care at this point because the
Sea Devil looks very like it reminds me of is it the Nemorians? Is that what they're called in Black Panther? Like the underwater people.
For me, I'm like it's humanizing them, and that's the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am excited for it. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I think the Sea Devil design could be better, but I don't give a shit. Frankly,
I couldn't imagine.
I said this yesterday.
Doing a series show with
I don't care for it.
Jodie Sea Devils.
All I care is that the writing is good.
Like I said, I couldn't imagine doing a series show with Jodie Sea Devils, like, or even like the original design for the Sea Devils. In that case, like it's but yeah, I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do it? We have to do a review for it.
Yeah, we'll do a review. We'll do a preview.
Yeah,
we'll talk about it. There's also going to be a lot more Doctor Who stuff.
Does have a date?
As well. No, it's not. It says this year, but it just is coming soon at the minute. Yeah. Well, I think we've got some exciting stuff planned for Doctor Who and on Nostalgia Bit. I mean, you're rewatching Series 1 at the minute. You've sort of
so
mentioned.
I've started rewatching from the start of New Who from Eccleston. I am just about to hit.
You're gonna fucking love it.
So Eccleston's I watched last year.
Yeah, you said you were rewatching it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm watching it with my girlfriend. So we've just I was doing like a season and a bit in. I was like, I'm happy to start from the beginning, and we've caned through Eccleston's stuff. So I'm just about to hit.
What are you watching?
I think I'm one episode. Oh, what's the episode? No, it's the episode before Bad Wolf. The second part of the gas mask children.
Oh, you're a while before Bad Wolf.
No.
You got a couple episodes before that. Yeah, Boomtown first.
I got Baby Cypher. Hang on.
Boomtown.
That's not. That's my next episode.
Boomtown's your next episode.
Boomtown's my next episode.
Boomtown's so good, man. That's how you do a budget episode, man. Boomtown's great.
Oh, hang on. Oh, sorry, I've got two. Sorry, I've got Doctor Dances and Boomtown, and then Bad Wolf. I completely forgot Boomtown. I completely forgot Boomtown was an episode. So yeah, I've got Doctor Dances, Boomtown, and then Bad Wolf.
And then once he's done that, I think we'll probably come back and do an actual Series 1 ranking and review. I reckon we can probably talk about all those episodes and do a proper little ranking, which will be fun. We'll also
I
do more
love
stuff in the
this
future.
series.
I think. Yeah, I think it's good. It's good to see your passion for Doctor Who sort of reignited. And I'm glad that reality war didn't ruin that for you, as it has almost for me. Like, I'm still going to make content, but I am deflated by that.
Bro's got a retirement video in the wing already with that reality war win.
Thing is, I've just come back to YouTube. I was a bit like, oh, for fuck's sake.
I've watched that episode, and literally this week you posted an episode being like, I'm back on YouTube. I'm back doing content full time.
Should have just posted that. I should have had a vlog backed up being like, never mind. No. I am back. I'm making videos. I'm excited, and I'm keen to get more into Doctor Who, but it's going to be the whole of Doctor Who, not just current Doctor Who, because current Doctor Who, I don't know where it is and what it's doing anymore. But past the show as it's been, I will be talking about, and I love talking about it. It is exciting, and I'd like to revisit some old Doctor Who at some point.
I was going to say, there's other stuff, isn't there? There's Big Finish. There's old spin-offs as well. There's Torchwood, Surgeon Adventures. There's a lot of backlog, all of classic as well.
Yeah, 100%. I haven't watched a lot of classic Who either, and there's a lot.
I'd like to go back and watch the Rani stuff. I just didn't. I was going to.
I watched Mark of the Rani.
Is that the one that was set in Newcastle?
It was. I never ever knew this, and I was so annoyed. I was like, why did no one tell me this? I've always gone through life thinking Doctor Who's never done anything in Newcastle. Although it wasn't shot in Newcastle, it's based in Newcastle. It's based in the northeast, and they've all got those sort of like fake Geordie accents. When they try and whenever like
they did what Vera did.
I think hopefully Vera was a bit better than this. Maybe not though.
I highly doubt it.
But it's very funny because it's like some of them are clearly Geordies, some of them clearly aren't,
Yeah.
and you can really tell the
Yeah.
difference. And then the
How
Rani
weird,
trying
Doctor.
to do like a Geordie accent was quite funny as well. So it's like a little bit of, I don't know, that was nice. That was nice, but yeah, slow story, but yeah, it was okay.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah.
I want to watch that, and I want to go back and watch some of the old Omega stuff as well.
Honestly,
because I did it for Sutek.
Mate, the Three
I did
Doctors
the
is
Sutek
so
stuff.
good.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
went back because I've just not had the chance. I really wanted to. I just not had the chance.
Why
with
don't you
work, and I
watch?
did.
Why don't you watch the
before the
Tales of the
Sutek stuff.
TARDIS? Three Doctors.
Yeah, that's what I did. That's what I did for this. For what do you call it? For Empire of Death last week.
But why,
Not last
yeah,
week. Last year. Sorry.
Yeah. So I would say check out the Tales of the TARDIS, Three Doctors, and do that.
I should just finally watch them all. Really.
Yeah. To be fair, I would just watch all the Tales of the TARDIS because I don't know how long they are. Whether they're like an hour and a half each, right? But they cut
Mate,
down.
can't-
I haven't seen some of these though. To be fair, I've not seen the Mind Robber or Vengeance on Varos or the Time Meddler.
I cannot wait for the fucking Billy Piper. What do you call it? That.
They're not gonna do
Of
it.
the
man.
fucking explaining Rose and Bad Wolf. Can't wait for the YouTube compilation video of Billy Piper's best moments in Doctor Who.
Oh yeah, honestly,
If it's not already out, actually,
They'll probably-
because they seem to
they'll be on it, man.
they seem to have a like a bad habit of posting stuff before. So like 3 months ago, they posted like the Ronnie's best
I
moments.
knew when they posted that, I was sort of like, I'm keeping an eye on that.
And then they did an Omega one recently. They will have done a Rose. I guarantee there's been a Rose one recently.
Well, they'll be cranking it out now.
Yeah.
Those Tyler best bits, but I don't know. I feel like they have to milk as much as they can out of Shooty's Doctor now.
Yeah. Before everyone gets too pissed off.
Oh,
Oh no,
no.
3 years ago. Okay.
No,
There's not that much foresight.
no, I think like they need to. But they did like the Fugitive Doctor like a few months ago as well.
Yeah.
Let's do the 11th Doctor's best moments.
I watched all of that video, I'm pretty sure. That was a banger.
It's not even his best moments. They could definitely get more than an hour and a half out of that.
True.
Facts.
Amen, brother.
Cool. I think we'll wrap up there and we will go for our Just News story this week.
I'm not gonna lie, I completely
I forgot that we were still filming a podcast episode.